Hello, lovely viewers. You are most welcome to our channel Poetry Online. In this video, we shall be presenting to you some selected English past questions on sentence interpretation. Kindly subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get updates on all our new videos. Once again, let us assure you of a very interesting discussion. Get ready for this lesson. When AC received her examination results, she told her friend that the game was not worth the candle. This means that A. The results did not correspond with the effort. B. The results was very good. C. She failed because she used candle to study. D. The examination was difficult. The correct answer to this question is A. When AC received her examination results, she told her friend that the game was not worth the candle. This means that the result did not correspond with the efforts. Andrew has crossed swords with his boss several times. This means that Andrew has dashed his boss several times. A. Helped. B. Betrayed. C. Disappointed. D. Argued with. The correct answer to this question is D. Andrew has crossed swords with his boss several times. This means Andrew has argued with his boss several times. None of us could tell why the two brothers decided to bury the hatchet. This means that we could not tell why they A. Brought out the hatchet from where it was hidden. B. Started the quarrel. C. Ended the quarrel. D. Reveal a family secret. The correct answer to this question is C. None of us could tell why the two brothers decided to bury the hatchet. This means we could not tell why they ended the quarrel. Amadu is overwhelmed with problems because he has too many irons in the fire. This means that he has many A. Iron rods to heat. B. Children to care for. C. Enemies in his house. D. Projects in hand. The correct answer to this question is D. Amadu is overwhelmed by problems because he has too many irons in the fire. This means that he has many projects in hand. It is possible that the manager pulled the wool over our eyes. This means that the manager A. Deceived us. B. Trusted us. C. Enlightened us. D. Approached us. The correct answer to this question is A. It is possible that the manager pulled the wool over our eyes. This means that the manager deceived us. Public interest in educational reforms will soon peter out. This means the public will soon A. Be angry about educational reforms. B. Lose interest in educational reforms. C. Be confused about educational reforms. D. Disagree with educational reforms. The correct answer to this question is B. Public interest in educational reforms will soon peter out. This means the public will soon lose interest in educational reforms. Some state information is hashed out for a period. This means that the information is A. Misunderstood. B. Handled roughly. C. Kept secret. D. Lost. The correct answer to this question is C. Some state information is hashed out for a period. This means that the information is kept secret. She adds her words when confronted with new facts. This means that she A. Forgot what she said. B. Admitted what she said was wrong. C. Denied what she said. D. Repeated her statement. The correct answer to this question is B. She adds her words when confronted with new facts. This means that she admitted what she said was wrong. The police levied a theft charge against her uncle. This means that the police A. discussed a case of theft with her uncle. B. accused her uncle of theft. C. arrested her uncle. D. reprimanded her uncle. The correct answer to this question is B. The police levied a theft charge against her uncle. This means the police accused her uncle of theft. Our team has lost ground for playing poorly of late. This means that the team A is losing all its resources. B has changed playground. C is now lagging behind. D has now changed management. The correct answer to this question is C. Our team has lost ground for playing poorly of late. This means that the team is now lagging behind. The main speaker turned up at the meeting at the 11th hour. This means that he arrived A. just before the scheduled time. B. a little after the scheduled time. C. at exactly 11 o'clock. D. much earlier than the scheduled time. The correct answer to this question is A. The main speaker turned up at the meeting at the 11th hour. This means that he arrived just before the scheduled time. The judges have settled the land dispute once and for all. This means that they have A. given all the land to one party. B. finally solved the problem. C. distributed the land among the parties. D. tried the case only once. The correct answer to this question is B. The judges have settled the land dispute once and for all. This means that they have finally solved the problem. The children complained to the social worker that their guardian was a close-fisted person. This means their guardian A. beat them mercilessly. B. was miserly. C. was unfriendly. D. never liked visitors. The correct answer to this question is B. The children complained to the social workers that their guardian was a close-fisted person. This means their guardian was miserly. Party politics is a dog-eat-dog game. This means party politics is A. really dirty. B. fiercely competitive. C. very dangerous. D. highly violent. The correct answer to this question is B. Party politics is a dog-eat-dog game. This means party politics is fiercely competitive. Jane found herself stuck between a rock and a hard place. This means that Jane A. had serious financial problems. B. had to face many difficulties. C. had to strive hard to achieve her goals. D. had to choose between two unpleasant situations. The correct answer to this question is D. Jane found herself stuck between a rock and a hard place. This means that Jane had to choose between two unpleasant situations. Bismarck described the accident in a nutshell. This means that A. he lamented the accident. B. his description was concise. C. his description was nasty. D. he talked about the accident. The correct answer to this question is B. Bismarck described the accident in a nutshell. This means that his description was concise. Akosia made no bones about her HIV positive status. This means she A. kept it a tight secret. B. was not worried about it. C. Was plain and frank about it. D. Did not seek medical care. The correct answer to this question is C. Akosia made no bones about her HIV positive status. This means she was plain and frank about it. When two enemies met, they squared up to each other. This means that they A. Shook hands. B. Growled at each other. C. Looked at each other. D. Got ready to fight. The correct answer to this question is D. When two enemies met, they squared up to each other. This means that they got ready to fight. Salisu could not deny lying to the public. This means that Salisu A. Did not lie to the public. B. Admitted he did not lie. C. Lied to the public. D. Did not admit he lied. This means that Salisu lied to the public. The teachers brought the candidates up to the scratch before the examination. This means that the teachers A. Made the candidates pay their fees. B. Prepared the candidates well. C. Made them stop fooling about. D. Prayed fervently for their success. The correct answer to this question is B. The teachers brought the candidates up to scratch before the examination. This means that the teachers prepared the candidates well. Adongo is tied to his wife's apron string. This means that he A. Loves his wife very much. B. Is under his wife's control. C. Can hardly stay away from her. D. Often ties his wife's apron string around his neck. The correct answer to this question is B. Adongo is tied to his wife's apron strings. This means that he is under his wife's control. Afolabi is a Nigerian to the bone. This means that he is a Nigerian. A. By birth. B. In some ways. C. By adoption. D. In every way. The correct answer to this question is D. Afolabi is a Nigerian to the bone. This means that he is a Nigerian in every way. Kevin must have a charmed life to have survived this accident. This means that Kevin A. Charmed the car. B. Uses charms for protection. C. Is a magician. D. Is very lucky. The correct answer to this question is D. Kevin must have a charmed life to have survived this accident. This means that Kevin is very lucky. After 8 long years, Mansa is now singing a different tune. This means that Mansa has A. Lost her sweet voice. B. Learnt a new song. C. Changed her mind. D. Joined a new singing group. The correct answer to this question is C. After 8 long years, Mansa is now singing a different tune. This means that Mansa has changed her mind. Mr. Sampson suffered a setback. He had bitten more than he could chew. This means that he had A. Eaten that much. B. Undertaken more than he could handle. C. Involved himself in unnecessary matters. D. Been very hungry and so took a huge bite. The correct answer to this question is B. Mr. Sampson suffered a setback. He had bitten more than he could chew. This means that he had undertaken more than he could handle. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video.